Welcome on in, everyone, for another episode of the Awesome Movie Club.
Yay!
Woohoo!
Like I said this the last time, you guys sound like you're kidnapped. The way, like you're being forced to do that.
I mean, kind of are. You tend to blackmail us.
Well, maybe if if you didn't have so much kinks, you wouldn't be in this situation. But speaking of kink, speaking of kink, it is spooky season. So I think we watched a spooky movie, didn't we? The spookiest movie there is, a Halloween classic, as some would say.
Well, I wouldn't
Oh,
necessarily
it's
say it's a Halloween classic.
Of course it is. The cult
But
following movie.
it is one of the most well-known horror franchises, especially in the B-movie circuit.
B movie, more like A plus, because we watched The Evil Dead 2. And gotta ask you this every single episode, because Integrity, you don't watch any movies. You're allergic to cinema. Was this your first time watching The Evil Dead 2?
It was.
This was my first time too, and I'm immediately a fan of the series. I really did enjoy that movie. Integrity, so I need your initial thoughts as a first time viewer. What did you think about it?
It was actually a really solid movie. Naturally, like how it was filmed isn't the best, but I think that made it a lot better. Having like the low budget, it made it a really good like cult classic film. I think for Halloween.
Yeah, it's obviously it's no Marvel, it's not any green screen, anything like that, but it has a charm to it, I see why people would have fallen in love with it when it first came out initially. Now, Synthetic, earlier on you were talking about this, so you said there's some history between the Evil Dead 2 and Evil Dead 1. So what's up with that?
So, they got two different companies to make Evil Dead 1 and Evil Dead 2. So, whenever they did Evil Dead 1, it was distributed by, I think I saw MGM, and I don't remember fully what happened, but they somehow lost the rights to the movie, so they weren't allowed to emphasize, show any drawbacks, flashbacks, whatever you want to call them, to the first movie. So that's why this movie is what they call a requel. Basically, it's kind of like doing a remake, but it is also a sequel. That's why it's called Evil Dead 2.
So is this movie significantly different from the first one?
Oh yeah, because Ash does not have a chainsaw hand in the first movie. In the first movie, he is also there with a group of his college friends because Ash was in college whenever the first Evil Dead took place. But the setting is the same. However, like some of the demons are kind of different.
And just for clarification, because this is an older movie, and some people may have not seen it, but the original Ash is from Dead by Daylight, right?
No. That's like saying John Wick is the guy from Fortnite.
Is he not?
No. That's like saying Goku is the guy from Fortnite.
I was lied to.
Integrity, you seem like you would be a Fortnite gamer. I just have a feeling you would be.
Video game talk is for the other podcast.
Yeah.
Digital Arcade podcast. Like, comment, and subscribe.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Yeah. You tossed me the layup, I'll throw it right back. Because, everyone is sub...
Yeah, you're the one who say it. You're the one who gets tongue-tied saying it.
Clearly getting edited out. Editor, cut that out immediately. Yeah, let's talk about the movie with Ash, who's the hero of this, and what a manly man. That's all. I wrote that down. I said, this dude is just macho personified. Just chainsaw arm, punching demons, and yeah. What do you guys think about Ash as a character?
I mean, I love him. He's one of my favorite B-movie actors, and Bruce Campbell, and I pretty much love everything that he's in.
He seemed like he was losing sanity slowly throughout the entire movie.
You could say that.
You like that he didn't talk a whole lot at the very start, not really until the group got there. 'Cause I feel like it's more accurate to what would happen, not constantly doing commentary. He was just sort of freaking out about everything.
Whenever you have to decapitate your girlfriend because she's possessed by a demon, I mean, you're gonna start losing your sanity too.
So right away, I fell in love with the movie seeing that scene. That was such a clean cut and one-handed too with the shovel, and that's in the first 5 minutes. And that's another thing with this movie in the very beginning, the pacing. It is so sped up, it's accelerated, and I think it works in its favor because it's like, okay, let's skip all these tropes. We're already here. We're in the cabin. There's demons. Now what?
Well, yeah, because most of these movies are only like an hour and 20 minutes long. So
Yeah, save some time and get straight to the action. I am down for that. But yeah, as the story goes, Ash goes into a cabin with his girlfriend, and first off, that's pretty messed up when you think about it. He goes to his cabin, he loses his girl immediately, and they find this. Was it called the Darkhold, right?
no, that's Doctor Strange, sir. Which, for anybody who does not know, this movie was directed by the man who also directed the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies and his most recent Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. But no, it's called the Necronomicon Ex Mortis. Roughly translated.
God bless you. Wait a minute. Wait, it's called the Book of the Dead, right?
Correct.
Isn't that from the Day of the Dead?
No.
I thought that joke was gonna be a hit, but it wasn't. I was thinking about the Mall movie. Yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. No. Yeah, but he comes across this book, which was sitting in the cabin, the Book of the Dead. He reads it, and spooky wooky start happening in the forest.
Well, technically, actually, you can't see it, but I'm
adjusting the glasses.
I'm adjusting the glasses. He plays a recording of the doctor whose cabin he's in, reading the passages from the book.
When has a supernatural book like that ever turned out positive? Because if you look at the cover, it kind of looks like skin. There's a face melted onto it. Leave that damn thing alone. Just burn it with all the fire. Even more
Pocus.
Even more reason to leave it the hell alone. Like, where's your survival skills?
He doesn't know this.
Well, why'd the doctor touch it? I feel like that was a bad idea to even say it out loud and record it.
Because he was an anthropologist. So they're
you should know better.
No, because they're scientists.
Bill Nye the Science Guy could never. Like, I feel like if I walked into the cabin, if any reasonable person walked in the cabin and you see that book on the table, it's a no. Just turn around, walk away, get the hell out of there, get in the car and leave.
What are you talking about? You're gonna Scooby-Doo it. You're gonna be like, oh, jinkies, what's that?
So for the time period, because you said this came out, 1987, you said,
87,
right?
87, yes.
Visually, I think it's good. Like, for the time period?
Yeah, I mean, because they didn't have a lot of the technology that we have today, like, a lot of it, and especially for a low-budget horror movie, like, this movie was only made for 3.5 million, which, and back in those days, was a lot of money, but really not. And so, yeah, a lot of the production value and budget was spent on makeup effects. They actually made a set because the original cabin that they were going to film it in again fell down, so they couldn't do that. Couldn't go back. So yeah, they literally rented out, like, I think it was a school gymnasium, and just built the set there.
My immersion is broken. Tell me that was in a gym.
Yeah. Well, the inside of the cabin was in a gym. Yes. Oh, that's like learning that the people in the Blair Witch Project didn't actually die.
Spoilers.
Wow, yeah, spoilers. Some of us haven't seen that movie. for the time period, I think it's good. And does the visual effects hold up? Not so much. Like you could clearly see some stuff on wire, but as long as you could remove yourself, keep that aura of disbelief, and just enjoy it for what it is, I think it's a solid movie overall.
Well,
I think the
and this is
goofiness
like
makes it better.
this is like a little behind the scenes thing that Sam Raimi still jokes about today, but the Henrietta demon suit, you whenever she's floating in the air and has Annie by the hair, you can actually see like pieces like the flaps from like the butt area kind of flap out whenever she's
Huh.
spinning, and you can see the legs of the guy or the person in the suit, which is Sam Raimi's brother Ted, who's in a lot of his stuff.
So all I heard was that Henrietta has cake. That's all I heard. It was just spilling out from the back. And speaking of Sam Raimi, you said that, or you said this earlier during the movie, that he lets Bruce Campbell be in all his movies, right? Have a
Pretty
cameo.
much, yes. Because so another superhero franchise that he kind of did before he took on Spider-Man was a series called Darkman.
So wait, in Darkman,
Hmm.
Darkman's a hero, correct?
Anti-hero, but yes.
So that means his
Oh.
villain is the Dayman. Oh,
Ah!
the fighter of
No.
the Nightman.
Copyright infringement.
Oh shoot! YouTube's gonna get me for that one. They will. They will. All right. So, overall, what do you guys think about this movie? Do you think it's worth a watch now? Is it one and done, or have you fallen in love with the series like I have?
I mean, we already know how I
Definitely worth
feel.
it. How do you feel?
Yeah. How do you
I
feel?
Say
own
it.
I own Evil Dead on every piece of media. Like I own the whole series, so that's all I have to say.
Yeah, you got it on HD DVD, sir,
No, because I never invested in an HDVD player.
and you call yourself a fan. Fake fan, everyone. Fake fan. Fake fan.
Says the man who probably couldn't even watch Terrifier, which congratulations to Terrifier for being the #1 movie in America right now.
Overall, it sounds like everyone likes the movie. Like I said, my first time watching it, I enjoyed it. And yeah, I want to watch the rest at some point. But guys, let us know in the comments what you think about Evil Dead 2. Do you guys like it? Is it one and done? What are your thoughts? And also, list in the comments what you guys would like us to watch next. Yeah, because we are the Awesome Movie Club. We are pretty awesome. And I could watch some more movies.
When are we gonna get jackets?
Yeah.
Yeah, you owe us jackets, sir.
You know,
I love whenever he does the silent treatment.
like, follow, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
My gosh, you guys are
Groovy.
ridiculous. Groovy.